The very first scene in Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger features the gathering of all of the previous Super Sentai heroes. Producer Takeaki Utsunomiya wanted to take the easy route and film half of all the teams at a time, and then compositing them into one scene. However, directors Shojiro Nakazawa and Hirofumi Ishigaki took the initiative and insisted that they gather all teams in a single shot. The latter made a call to action teams across Japan, creating the biggest Super Sentai team assembly at the time. It was a very joyous occasion, and Utsunomiya remembers the skies being clear that day. There was always a plan to feature past heroes, as well as a plan to give the new team the ability to transform into past heroes. But what wasn't decided in the initial stages was the team motif. Utsunomiya approached screenwriter Naruhisa Arakawa, who has worked on a majority of the Super Sentai series since Chojin Sentai Jetman. Arakawa wanted to make the new Sentai team pirates, which Utsunomiya admitted he was hesitant about at first. But thanks to works such as Pirates of the Caribbean and One Piece, the public perception of pirates is positive. At first, I wanted something more subdued. Maybe it's not the right word, but something normal. When I talked to Arakawa, he told me, 34 Sentai sounds showy, so don't you think an active duty Sentai sounds a little dull? Utsunomiya said in the March 2011 issue of Hyper Lobby. Initially, the legends were only supposed to appear while transformed, because they were only needed to help develop the Gokaigers. If an actor was set to appear in an episode before they transformed, they were written into the story in a meaningful way. However, along the way, something changed in development, and at least one actor from all the previous series made an in-person appearance in an episode or movie. On March 11, 2011, Japan was hit by the Tohoku earthquake. This devastated Japan, and displaced an untold amount of children. Teruaki Agawa, who portrayed Sasuke in Ninja Sentai Kakaranger and Hyuga in Seiju Sentai Gingaman, created a Twitter account called Tokusatsu Hero in direct response to the earthquake. The account was used by past Tokusatsu actors who would create encouraging tweets in their respective character. The two actors, Agawa and Kazuki Mihara, who played Ginga Red, who were the most associated with the account, were asked to appear in Gokaiger. The Ranger keys were created as a response to the question, what kind of collectible toys can we sell in commemoration of the 35th anniversary series? Keys were previously used in Gekuso Sentai Car Ranger, but according to freelance designer and former Bandai employee Tsuyoshi Nakano, normal keys lacked any appeal, so the toy designers decided to incorporate a hero figure design that would transform into a key. This posed two problems, however: the cost of creating the heroes in their mold, as well as the fact that figures in the Super Sentai category didn't do well. The first problem was resolved by only shaping a head, while most everyone receives a common body pattern, save for some heroes who had a particular costume shape. This cost-saving method owes itself to the fact that most Sentai teams are form-spitting spandex with designs on them. The second problem was solved by hoping that the items became a well-featured item, that when it gets adapted into Power Rangers overseas, where figure sales are stronger, that it becomes a hit toy. That's right, the confidence behind creating the Ranger keys was based on the hope that it would sell well in Power Rangers. Gokai Red's suit actor, Hirofumi Fukuzawa, incorporates the movement and action seen in the film Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. During the roll call pose, Fukuzawa initially wanted to use a cigarette flicker movement with his hands during the pose, just like a pirate king. But because it was a children's show, his idea was shot down. Instead, he went with a collar propping movement. In Ten Gokaiger, the writers wanted to give Marvelous a prosthetic leg in addition to his eye patch, but that idea was quickly scrapped because it would make filming too difficult. Gokai Blue can be seen fighting with only one hand holding a sword, while the other is hidden behind him. This style of fighting was invented by the suit actor, Yoshifumi Ushikawa himself. It helped convey Joe Gipkin's mastery of combat over his opponents, that he only needed a sword to fight his enemies. Former Nakanishi Dragons player and manager Morimichi Takagi was used as a model for his character. In fact, Joe Gipkin's name is a reference to Takagi's school, Gifu Prefectural Gifu Commercial High School, or the Gifu Ken Ritsu Gifu Shogyo Kokutogaku. Taking the characters Sho Gifu Ken and applying voice consonants here and there to give us Joe Gipkin. Mao Ichimichi, or as she's known in the voice acting world, Mao, is currently a prolific voice actor in the anime world. She's been a fan of anime and manga for a long time now. She even had her own Shonen Jump column before her time on Gokaiger. She became interested in voice acting during her time on Gokaiger, when she had to go into the studio to record her lines when her character transformed into Gokai Yellow. Mao's regular speaking voice is high, but she was told to speak in a low voice as Luca in order to contrast her normal low speaking voice and her high voice when she gets excited by treasure. Gokai Green's character was initially supposed to have their backstory featured at the beginning of episode 3. His father, a scientist like him, was going to be executed by the Zanyak, while Dawn witnessed all of this and became traumatized. This was cut from the story, and writer Arakawa decided to continue to write the character with no backstory. During the scriptwriting phase of Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger vs. Space Sheriff Gabon the movie, someone proposed the idea that Dawn would be the grandson of Dawn Horror, who led the crime organization Maku, but this idea was quickly scrapped. Gokai Pink, IMD Famille, is based on Clarice from the animated film Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro. Actress Yui Koike almost lost the role of Pink to Ishimichi during the audition process. According to Koike, both actors were the finalists for Pink, but the audition crew felt Koike only suited Pink, while Ishimichi suited both Pink and Yellow. If the latter wasn't chosen as Yellow, then the former would have lost another Sentai role. Junya Ikeda, who portrays Gai Ikari/Gokai Silver, first worked on the second film Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, The Flying Ghost Ship, before working on the television series. His character profile wasn't complete at the time, so his appearance was small compared to the rest of the cast. In addition to that, his casual speech in Japanese was very different to how he normally speaks. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this channel, please subscribe to Ayaku Web, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Toku Topics as well. The link will be in the description below.